So welcome to today. So today is all about power yoga. It's going to be a little bit faster. So most power yogas are a little bit quicker than what I like to do. So I might slow it down, add some little breaths in and actually some holds in certain places. But we will be tackling our sun salutations, some of our balancing poses that we have learned. But it will be absolutely fab and fun. So let's get started. You can sit on a block to raise our hips if you choose to. But we're going to get into alternate nostril breathing just to harmonize the brain, the body, and everything together. So to bring some equilibrium to our bodies. So sitting nice and tall. If you're congested today, the best thing to do is to visualize the breath. So visualizing inhaling through one, exhaling through the other. And that's a lovely alternative if you are feeling quite stuffy and the breath isn't feeling like it's wanting to flow. Now there's a couple of ways to do this. I like to take my peace fingers of my right hand because I am right-handed. If you are left-handed, use your left hand and that's perfectly fine too. So I like to place it in between my eyebrow center. I'll take my fourth finger and place it on my left nostril and my thumb on my right. Not closing them, they are just resting. Now you can do this with the pinky and the fourth finger and the thumb, or just, like the cool sign, you can do it like that, or simply just take one nostril and simply change it. And that's what I do with the kids actually. So whatever grip you're taking, I like the Vishnu. If the arm becomes very heavy, support it because it can drag you down and you can go into an opposite direction, but you can help it. Close down the eyes or just soften the gaze. Take an inhale through both nostrils. Exhale through the mouth with a When you're ready, inhale through both. Close the left nostril and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Open the left, close the right, exhale. Inhale through the left. Open the right, close the left, exhale. That's one round. Inhale through the right. Open the left, close the right, exhale. Again, inhaling. Open, close, exhale. That's 2 rounds. Inhale. Open, close, exhale. Inhaling. Opening and closing. 3 rounds. Let's do a couple more. Four more rounds to go. Three more rounds to go. Two more rounds. Last round. Let go of the grip, maybe give your nose a little rub and replace the hand back down on the knee or into the lap and just take a moment connecting back to the breath. Noticing how you feel. Remember to take today's practice all in, practicing with awareness, and always analysing how you feel. Gently blink open the eyes, and if you're sitting on a block, you may remove it. Interlacing our fingers, let's roll the wrists. And let's change the directions. Good. Pressing away, rounding through the body into our seated cat. Inhaling, lifting up, punching up towards the air for our seated cow. So inhaling to push away. Should I say exhaling? Inhaling to lift up. Exhale away. Inhale up. One more. Good. Gently release the arms and let's take our side stretches, some lateral bends up and over. Good. And we'll gently bring it back to neutral. Let's twist towards the side. It doesn't matter which. Inhale to create length. Exhale to twist around. Slowly coming back. Switching sides. Inhale to create length. Exhale to twist. Gently come back around. Pad yourself forward. Move in the head side to side. You can move in the body a little more. Good. And then gently walk ourselves back. Swing the legs around. We'll make our way into 4-point kneeling, but keep the knees and the feet together and the toes tucked. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Options to stay here, options to lift up. Let's roll our shoulders. So you can still roll your shoulders down here with me, or we can roll up as we stretch through our feet as well. You can add the arms. Can add the rib cage to move as well. Good, change the direction. Lovely. Gently release, pad out the feet, drum them out. And keep them flat as you walk back. Again, you can stay down if your knees don't feel too good, stay here. If you want to come up, come on up. Again, you can stay here, or if you want to wrap the arms, we can make a hug, or you can bring the palms together, or we can make a bind with our arms. So wherever you are, let's twist to a side, and you can be here, and we can always just do one. Slowly coming up. If you are bound with the arms, unbind and rebind the other way. And we'll twist in the opposite direction. Remember, we can be here or here. Slowly come back. Let it all go, walk forward, drum out your feet, separate the knees. Raise your right arm up on the inhale. Exhale to thread and reach the arm through. Good, reaching your left arm forward. Now, see if we can shift the weight and take your left leg out to the side. So what happens if you roly-poly, that's fine. Gently bring everything back in together, but keep the leg where it is. Have a little rock forward and back. We can have a little bit of movement here. Lovely. Then slowly start to bring that leg all the way forwards into our lunge, and then we'll start to move forward and backwards. Grab your bricks if you want to. Now we're dynamic moving. It's not about finding a perfect lunge, a perfect heart split, no. It's about awakening your quad, your hip flexor, your hamstring, moving between the movements, so you're awakening your body. Good. And then slowly bring everything back in together. Let's go second side. So raising the left arm up towards the ceiling. Thread it all the way through. Walking the right arm forward, and then you can take that leg out to the side. Bring everything back together. Keep the leg where it is. Have a little bit of movement. And then guide that leg forwards. Use your bricks. And then we'll move forward and back. Again, slowly move. You can have little circles. Lovely. And we bring everything back together. Moving my bricks out of the way. Tuck your toes, send your sit bones back towards your heels. Lift up into down dog, pedal out your feet. Move in the hips. Good, so we're going to do some down dog squats or turbo dog. So make sure you're happy in your feet. Bend your knees, send your chest back towards your thighs. And then come back up to down dog. We'll do a few more of these. A little bend and come back up. If you want to go a little further, go a little further. And back up. And again. Excellent. Shoot forwards towards your plank pose and back to your down dog. Now all of this can be done kneeling. So we can be going forwards and back. Forwards and back. Or if you're with me, forwards and back. Ripple through the spine forwards, ripple through the body back. Now thinking, oh, my body doesn't want to do that. Just move forward and back. So we can add some fluid rolls. But when you're ready, meet me back in plank, either kneeling or full. Slowly lower down towards the floor. Scoop up towards your baby back bend. Have a little sway, a little move. And then back and up, downward facing dog. Walk your feet towards your hands. And then we're going to hang in our ragdoll. Good, swaying here. Roll up through your body. At the very top, raise your hands up, inhale. Exhale, deep forward fold. Halfway lift, create length through the spine. Plant your hands, step back with your right foot. Lower the hips down, taking the chest up. Step back to your down dog. Lovely. Ripple forwards towards your plank. Lower your knees, arch your back, chest, chin. Scoop up towards your cobra. Up and back, downward facing dog. Lovely. Right leg back through the gates of the arms. Give it a little helping hand. Good, sink those hips forward and down. Look forwards. Big step forward with that back leg to join the front leg. Raise the arms up. Inhale, lifting up. Back down for a deep forward fold. Step back with the left foot. Sink the hips forward and down. Step back, downward facing dog. Ripple forwards to your plank. Lower your knees, arch your back, chest, chin, or just lower yourself down. Scoop through and up to cobra. Up and back to downward facing dog. Lovely. Left leg through the gates of the arms. Give it a helping hand. Sink those hips forward and down. Big step with the back foot to join the front foot. Raise the arms up, inhale. Sun Salutation A. Exhale, deep forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, step back to plank pose. Option to jump to chaturanga if you feel ready. I'm stepping. Shift forwards. Option to lower your knees, chaturanga. Good, scoop up to your cobra. Up and back, downward facing dog. Look forward, step, jump, float your way, top of the mat or walk with me. Halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. Raise the arms up, inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down the midline. Take a minute. Bend your knees, sit low, chair pose, inhale. Exhale, deep forward fold. Sun Salutation B. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step through to plank pose. Shift forwards. chaturanga. Scooping up to your cobra or upward facing dog. Back to your downward facing dog. Right leg lift high. Bringing it through the gates of the arms, a big step. Ground your back heel. Lift your arms, warrior one. Lovely. Floating all the way back down. Pivot on the back foot, plank pose. Shift forwards, option to lower your knees with me, chaturanga. Scoop up to your cobra or up dog. Back to your downward facing dog. Well done. Left leg lift high. Three-legged dog. Bring it through the gates of the arms. Big step. Ground your back heel. Lift off, warrior one. Close the ribs. Take a moment. Plant your hands. Pivot on the back foot. Plank pose. Option to lower your knees. Shift forward. Chaturanga. Scoop up to your cobra or upward facing dog. Back to downward facing dog. Excellent. Look forwards. Step, jump, walk yourself forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. Bend your knees, sit low, chair pose. This time bring your hands to your heart centers. Twist towards your right. Left elbow over the thigh. Press down as we take our twist. Beautiful. Come back to neutral. Raise the arms. Rise up onto the heels. Squeeze the glutes. Sit back down into your chair. Keep the heels lifted. Awkward chair. Lower your heels. Hands to your heart centers. Twist to the left. Twisting in the opposite direction. Watch the knees don't overshoot each other. Keep pulling them back. Bring it back to neutral. Back to chair. See if you can lift the heels. Then straighten the legs. Ooh. Good. Lower it back down. Deep forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale. Step back with your right foot. Ground your back heel. Cartwheel your arms. Warrior two. Beautiful. Bringing your left forearm in front of you. Right wraps around, or we take a hug, or we take our palms together, wherever you are. Eagle with a warrior two, holding it here. Breathe. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Unwrap the eagle back to your warrior two. Rib shift forward. Forearm to thigh. Back arm up and over. Side angle. Reverse your warrior. Good. Back through your warrior two. Now I'm just going to step myself back a little. Keep shifting forward. Option to take your brick. We're going in for our half moon. I like to bring my hand to my hip. Keep shifting as that back leg lifts off. Embrace the wobbles with me this morning. Good. Option to lift the arm, but you don't have to. Hanging out here. Bend back into the leg. Send it back to warrior two. Think, ooh. Cartwheel the arms. Step back. Plank pose. Shift forwards. Take your chaturanga. Scooping up to your cobra or upward facing dog. Back to your down dog. Lovely. Right leg through the gates of the arms. Ground your back heel, making your way in towards your warrior two. Maybe get your block already set. Let's bring our right arm, left arm. Eagle in your warrior two. Breathe it here. Couple more breaths. Unwrap back to your two. Shift forward, forearm to thigh, back arm up and over. Reverse your warrior. Okay, here you go. Back to your warrior two. Shifting forward. Take a hold of your brick. Shift. I'm lucky I've got the wall to catch me. Lift off. Keep lifting up. Hang out here. Rebending back to your 2. Good. Cartwheel the arms, pivot on the back foot, plank pose, shift forward, taking that chaturanga, scooping up to your cobra wherever feels comfortable. Back and into your child's pose, take a moment. Ooh, well done. Good. Gently come back to your 4-point kneeling. Tuck your toes. Walk your feet towards you. Okay. Now bending into a malasana, but a little shake it out. I've got my brick with me. And you can have another brick where you step on. That's up to you. You don't have to have that, and you don't have to have that either. You can have a cushion instead. So all I want you to do is place your hands where they feel comfortable. And place your knees quite close to where the elbows are, and just give them a little nestle, a little rub. Shift forward, bend, and see if the knees sort of balance on the top, and then come back. Don't want you to move anything. I just want you to create a shelf for your knees to rest on. So just shifting forward, lifting your bottom. Maybe your head touches your brick and you come back down. Let's do that a few times. Just lifting up, shift forwards. It's the fear with crow. It's the fear of going forwards, falling forwards, which is great to have the brick so you can take some of the weight in your head. So you can shift forwards and maybe lift one leg off and then bring it back down. Now the trick with crow is you've got to hug those arms in just like we're doing chaturanga. You can't let them do nothing. Now the same as when we've been practicing our planks is protraction through your shoulders. So as you shift, you've got to protract and maybe a leg lifts off. And if there are no legs lift off, that's fine. It's just getting this action of moving forward, maybe lift off, maybe not. Let's just do that a few times. So if it's simply keeping your legs on the floor and just getting the action or the fear over, do that. But if your body allows you to really simply shift and lift, hang out wherever you are, and then gently come back. Let's try one more for luck. Gently shifting forwards, really protract, have some lift off, and then simply come back. Lovely. Gently release everything. Find your bottom, stretch out your legs, roll out your wrists. Brilliant. I wasn't even expecting myself to find any balance today. Good. Push out those hands. You can always stretch them the other way. Lovely. So let's sit nice and tall. You can sit on a brick, flex your feet. Hands can be on your thighs. I've got really long arms, so they can be next to me. Close your ribs, chin parallel. Sitting in staff pose is one of the most awkward, uncomfortable postures ever. You're trying to promote good posture while your sit bones are grounded by the floor. So it can become very uncomfortable because we don't sit well anymore. How we drive, how we sit on couches. We always slump. We tuck that tailbone underneath. We really want to encourage sitting tall. Raising the arms up on the inhalation. Exhalation, reaching forward. Wherever your hands go, find that length. Lovely. Keep breathing into this pose. Don't hold the breath, because each time you let the breath flow, the body thinks it's okay. It's not in any panic or danger. Let it go. Rolling up. Good. Gently bending your knees, bringing the soles of the feet together. Let the knees drop out. And then squidge your bottom a little closer. Interlace your fingers and hook them around the toes. Lift up on the inhale, and the exhale we're going to fold forwards. Try and keep a straight spine. You can use your elbows to go in towards the knees. Still creating length. Lovely. And then let it go. Rolling up through the body. Give the knees a little squidge, and then move your bottom towards your heels, and let's have a roll down very slowly. Very slowly. And when you do get down, hug your knees in towards your chest, have a little rock. And hold on to your right knee and let your left leg go. Take your hands behind your thigh and stretch your legs up towards the ceiling. Options to stay here. Options to take the peace fingers of the right hand. And if you can, you're more than welcome to grab the toe. And the other hand can come next to you. And of course, you can lift your nose. If not, stay with me here. Stay with me here. If one hand feels comfortable to hold it, great. If not, we can always lift up and be here as well. Slowly draw that knee back in. Draw the left knee and let's switch over. Hand behind the thigh, stretch the legs up. Options to stay here, walk up a little more, or of course take the peace fingers around the big toe and gently encourage your stretch here. I'm actually very grateful for my wall because I've got something to really push upon. Lovely. Gently release, draw both knees in, have a little rock. Let's make our way into a happy baby. Just having a little sway. And in my happy babies, I like to release them and actually shake my legs out. Nice. Draw your knees in and let's take a twist. Everyone always says, why do you always have a twist? I almost feel like my spine needs that twist. It's not necessary if you don't feel it. Lifting the legs up and over to the other side. And gently bringing it back. Placing yourself onto the mat for your final resting place. So may that be knees together, knees butterfly, whatever it is, or legs straight and arms away from the body. Giving yourself a big as you lay flat. And just thinking through the postures that we have done. So all of our sun salutations a little quicker. Adding some binding of our arms, a balance of our half moon, and working in towards our crow pose. A short, sharp, fast blast in towards our power yoga. So have a sense of a well done for yourself and think of something that you thought that you did really well. So for me today, it was actually finding balance in my half moon and a little bit of balance in a crow. I haven't been able to do that in a long time. So showing that practice every single day actually starts to have some benefit. It's not just about the poses, but it's also about how you're feeling physically, how you're feeling mentally. And what a difference maybe doing a little bit of movement each day makes. So you have the options to stay on the floor and just turn me off, or roll to a side. And allow your body to come up towards a seat. And you're more than welcome to come back into Sukhasana. Rolling shoulders up, back and round, drawing hands to your heart centers, bowing heads. Thanking bodies as always. Namaste.